Good morning and welcome, hockey fans. We are live from Valley Ranch for an opportunity for the Dallas Penguins to continue their streak after last night's stunning victory over their heated rivals, the Texas Tigers. The Dallas Penguins look to take on the Dallas Stars Elite Girls from Valley Ranch. This is the Dallas Penguins television network. And as we return to the booth here in Valley Ranch, would like to thank you all again for your attendance and watching this game. If it is your first time, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and also give a thumbs up to the broadcast so that you are alerted every time that we have a live Penguins game, and so that you know when we are playing hockey here in Dallas. Uh, Today, the Penguins once again taking on the Dallas Stars Elite Girls. Of course, in their last matchup, Penguins falling to the girls in surprising fashion. It was about a month ago when that game was played, and of course, a couple weeks ago we had the coronavirus issue, which caused the cancellation of the rematch of that game. But that game was played in a scrimmage format, and the Penguins looked a considerably bit much better in that contest. There was no official score, but the Penguins did really come out and lay the wood in that scrimmage game, even though it counted for nothing. So you do like the opportunity that the Penguins have in this game and like the signs that they took from that scrimmage event. Penguins warming up right now. There's 2 more minutes, and then we will have a puck drop, and we will have live hockey action for you from Valley Ranch, Texas. So after a few minutes, we will return. This is the Dallas Penguins Television Network. The final shots have been taken, and the pucks are being collected in the net, and we are just about ready for puck drop. Penguins last night coming off a 5-3 victory over the Texas Tigers in a game that saw Cruz Mazzola have a hat trick and the Penguins scoring on 4 power play opportunities. So the man advantage unit was really firing on all cylinders last night. You kind of hope to see that continue, although we may not see as many power play opportunities in this game. The Dallas Elite girls typically do not take a lot of penalties, although if we do get the chances, you do like the Penguins' chances to put the puck in the back of the net as they came alive last night. And we will have puck drop here in just a few moments. Coach Michael Young giving the boys the last minute pep talk, giving last minute instructions, and we will see who comes out on that first line. In net for the Penguins, Kellen Hardy, number 22, between the pipes, and we are going to start off with a line of Gavin Robbins, Cruz Mazzola, and Devon as your forwards. Everett May and Alleman are on the defensive side. And we are underway. Face-off one there by Robbins over to Sadevon. Sadevon drops it back to his defense, and it is thrown into the offensive zone, legally so. Sadevon goes and gives chase. Played over to Mazzola. Mazzola works it along the half wall and loses it back to number 3. And coming up with it is Chatham. Chatham works into the zone, but it's played off there by May. May plays it up to the point to Mazzola. Mazzola gives it back over to May. May's taking it up at center ice and drops it in down low, given chase there by Gavin Robbins. He cannot catch up to the puck, but he makes a nice play to force a turnover there down low. Sadevon also tries to play the puck, but cannot do so. It comes out to Alleman. Alleman gives it to May. May rip shot. That's blockered wide there by the goaltender. I think her name is McCullum. Mazzola, the 3-goal scorer from last night, tries to play it to Michael Tracy, but they cannot connect on that opportunity, so it will steer the other way. Tracy now with it, works it down to Mazzola. Mazzola can't catch it down, so it wraps around the backside of the boards, and it's played up to the point and out of the zone. Michael Tracy dumps it back in. We've had a line change. We've got Tracy, Thomas, and Reckley. May with it there, kicks it out in front, but the Penguins can't control. Alleman throws it from behind the center line, and that will go for an icing. So a couple minutes gone by, the Penguins taking the early opportunities to get their offense going. They did get one shot. It hasn't officially been registered, but there was one that was blockered away. So unofficially, we have shots on goal, 1 for the Penguins, none for the Elite Girls. That one's won there by the Penguins. Over to McLeod. McLeod plays it to Reckley. Reckley is looking for Tracy streaking, but they cannot get it. That was Heiser there knocking the puck away. McLeod gathers the puck, gives it over to Bartolome. Bartolome plays it over to Thomas, and Thomas loses it at the blue line, so it will go back the other way. And that is an icing called there. Played a little bit too far there by the girls. Face off one and controlled there by the Penguins. Ryder McLeod plays it up, gives it over to Hogan. Hogan loses it in the defensive zone, so it's steered away by the Elite. Back behind her own net, played away there and up to the point. McLeod rips a shot at the blue line and it goes in. Back over to Bartolome. Bartolome loses an edge, and we have a mini odd man advantage there for the girls, but it's knocked away there, nicely so. I think that was Villarreal. Villarreal gave it over to Deering, who ices the puck, and so it will come back into the defensive zone. Robbins, Sadeavon, and Mazzola here going back out. That's kicked back by Robbins. Sadeavon tries to play the puck but cannot get there in time, so it is steered around the other way. Controlled by the girls, but it comes out to Randalls. Randalls gets it over to Robbins. Robbins tries to hit Sadeavon streaking, but a little bit too far for that, and that will go for another icing. So icing the puck and coming all the way back down is the strategy for the Penguins. Can't really say I understand the merits of that, but we will hopefully get a few more opportunities with some speed and get an offense set up. Face off one there by the girls, and there's a shot knocked away by the glove of Hardy. Kitiashi goes and plays back behind the net. Now it's over to Robbins. Robbins and Dash trying to force that puck out. And it comes out to the girls. Going to throw it up to the point. And swept along, and a shot that's blocked out in front by Sadeavon. So it is steered over to the corner. Very good job. Dash clears the puck, and it goes all the way down the ice, but not far enough for icing. Oh, they are going to get it for icing. It goes just far enough. It looked like it was going to stop right before the line. It was fluttering and turning, but it had enough. A fresh sheet of ice was able to get that thing past the end line. So we will have another stoppage in play, and we will get wholesale line changes for both sides. It's going to be Michael Tracy, Reckley, and Thomas, along with May and Alleman for the Penguins. Face-off one there over to Alleman. Alleman plays it up at center ice and loses it. Turnover there at center ice, but taken away there by Tracy momentarily, and then cleared back into the offensive zone for the Elite Girls. May plays it up to Reckley. Reckley gets it out, and it is shot all the way back into May. May hits a Charlie Thomas at the blue line. Reckley was offside, and then it looked like he came back, but they're going to go ahead and say that he was not able to get back in time before Reckley brought it into the zone. And so we will have a face-off here right outside of the offensive area. Tracy wins that back over to Alleman. Alleman drops it in on side, but it is turned over to the girls, and so they throw it up at center ice, and they will get a shot on net. It would not go for an icing. Alleman plays it over to Charlie Thomas. Thomas wraps it over to Everett May. May lets it go over to Reckley. Reckley gets it up and out over to May. May at center ice with a little bit of speed. He's going to try to get through a couple girls here, and he gets taken down, and we will have a delayed penalty here. The Penguins going to go on their first power play. May now with it gets it to Tracy, and we have a touch-up and the stoppage in play. It's going to be a hooking against the Elite Girls. So the Penguins, hopefully they can take advantage like they did last night. The first man advantage of the game goes in favor of the Penguins. 2 minutes for hooking. It's going to be number 76 for the Elite Girls. Would be nice to have a roster to have some names. It's a little hard to read the back of the jerseys here for the Elite Girls. Kind of typical of the female species having long hair, and it makes it a little bit hard to read nameplates. So having a little bit of a hard time telling who's who without having an understanding of who's on their roster. But we had an immediate icing right after that face-off, and so we will come back down. 6 seconds were wasted on that exchange. Michael Tracy here on the face-off, and the girls win that back and clear it up, but not out, over to McLeod. McLeod keeps it in with his skate, throws it over to Mazzola. Mazzola gets it back over to McLeod. McLeod turns and gives it to May at the center, at the middle of the blue line. Tracy rip shot, that's blockered away. Chance sitting out in front, and it's chipped up out in front. Mazzola goes back, gets it over to Hogan. Hogan tries to play it up to a point man that is not there, and so it will come out of the zone. May gives chase. Tracy telling him to go behind the net and regroup. And now May with it. May finds Tracy. Tracy is unable to control the puck, but he throws it out of the zone. And it's steered back in by the girls, but onto May's stick. May now with pressure and with some speed, he's going to try to cut right to the middle, and it's taken away there. Good defense by the girls. Played out to center ice where Michael Tracy gathers the puck, and he will go behind his own net once again. Steers it over to Ryder McLeod. McLeod now with it in the corner. looking for Hogan in the middle, but he instead goes over to Michael Tracy. Tracy gives it up to Mazzola. Mazzola works it down low and drops it back off for Tracy. And that's taken away there by number 49 as she goes behind her own net. And she's going to skate it out. And the girls will drop it into the defensive zone. May goes and gathers. 35 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Not a whole lot of opportunity here. One shot on net so far for the Penguins. May plays it up to Hogan at center ice. Hogan has some speed. He's got some friends, but he is unable to control. He's unable to hit a streaking Cruz Mazzola there in the corner, and so it's turned over in the defensive zone, thrown up, and eventually out. And 10 seconds remaining. Ewan Randall's with it. Randalls gives it over to Dash. Dash gives to Mazzola, who dumps it in, and Reckley and Thomas chase. As the penalty wears off and the girls have successfully killed off the first man advantage of the game, but the Penguins still control the puck in the offensive zone. That's Reckley with it. Reckley tries to give it over to Dash. Dash has that puck knocked away, had his stick lifted right before he got the shot. He was in a good spot, but it just took a little bit too long. And so the girls carry the puck in, and they are offsides. Shots on goal so far officially for this game. Penguins 2, girls 1. Penguins shots have been a little bit more quality. I think the one for the girls was the one that did not go for icing, so it was just kind of rolling around on the ice very slowly. Penguins not getting great chances, but did get a couple good shots, and there's an opportunity there for the girls, and that puck's knocked away and stopped there by Hardy. Bit of a turnover there as they came into the zone, and a little bit of a shot, but it was knocked away by the stick, I believe, of Dash or Randall's. Face-off won and controlled there by Robbins. Robbins gave it over to Randall's, and Randall's could not hit Mazzola, so that's going to go all the way down to the end of the ice. Icing waved off there. It was touched. Sadavon gathers the puck. A turnover there by the girls, and he gets hit up high, but no call. Turned over there by Robbins behind the net, and so the girls will come out, and they throw it up to the point, and it is kept in there by Randall's. Good job of keeping the puck in, and he's going to get a little bit of space. He's going to throw a shot, but it's knocked away, and it does not get to the net. Turning the other way is Sabeka. Sabeka works it down low. Dash tries to chase and take the puck away, and eventually it is frozen up there in the corner. Three Penguins, Dash and Sadavon and Robbins, and Sadavon comes away with it. Skating up into the zone with a little bit of a speed, and that puck's knocked off his stick. Randalls tries to pick up the loose puck, but unable to do so, so it's coming back the other way. It's Bartolome there on defense, and a nice stick check there. Knocks the puck off her stick. Gets it over to Deering. Deering to Sadavon, and Sadavon tries to work it up, but they cannot connect. Deering and Sadavon. McLeod comes away with it and tries to throw it up, but it's taken away there by the girls, and there's a puck hit with a high stick, and that's waved off. McLeod gets it to Villarreal. Villarreal plays it over to Hogan. Hogan gets it up to Deering. That's onside. Deering's got some space. Backhand shot, and that's up and out of the zone for a face-off. So a little bit of space gathered there by Hogan, giving it over to Villarreal and Deering shot the puck a little bit too high and out of play. So we will have the face-off here down low. Deering on the faceoff, and Deering wins it back over to Hogan. Hogan gives it over to Bartolome. Bartolome gives to McLeod, who gets a rip shot wide. Villarreal over to Bartolome. Bartolome drops it down low, tried to hit Villarreal, but it was a little bit too high, and so that was cleared down the ice. Bartolome gives chase, and that rolls off the back of his stick, so a turnover there in the corner, but Bartolome is able to get back on that puck. That's taken away there by Abel for the girls, and she throws it out in front, and they were unable to connect on that, but it comes to the point, and so a pass out into the middle of the ice, taken away there by McLeod. McLeod plays it back behind his own net. Good little bit of stick work, good speed. McLeod with it, skating into the zone. He's going to go back behind the net and wrap shot, and it's blockered away. Nobody out in front to knock in the junk. But McLeod, good job going and taking that puck away. He wasn't quitting on that. And so the Penguins come away with it. They're all bunched up there in the middle of the ice. Need to spread out here. Hogan drops it down low and goes for a change. It's going to be Tracy, Reckley, and Thomas now. Villarreal on the forecheck, and Alaman is unable to keep it into the offensive zone, so it will come out over to Tracy. Tracy drops it back in. Over to Jasper. Jasper takes it for the girls, goes behind her own net and throws it up to the point where it comes out at center ice. Dumped into the zone, and it's chased there by Chatham. Chatham works it back, and she is unable to connect with her teammate. And so the Penguins take it away and steer it over to Everett May. Everett chips it up and gets it to Reckley. Reckley tried to hit Thomas streaking at center ice, but they're unable to connect. Chatham tries to throw it in, but Tracy takes it away. Tracy's unable to connect with Thomas as well. Everyone's trying to hit Charlie Thomas on the opposite side of the ice, but they can't make those passes quite yet. Alaman with a shot. That's gloved away there by the girls. Hand pass waved off. And that's thrown up and out over to May. May now with it. May gives it over to Tracy. Tracy wasn't quite ready for that pass, and so it goes over to the sidewall. Charlie Thomas now giving chase. And the girls will play that up and out. We had 3 forecheckers on that. And luckily, the Penguins are able to get their defense back, even having those 3 forecheckers. So the speed's working really well here so far for the good guys. Wraparound chance is knocked away there behind the net, and a whiff shot. Tried to throw it to her teammate on the point, and it is going to come up and out. Reckley makes sure that goes out of the zone. They try to throw it back in, but Everett May takes it and gives it over to Tracy. Tracy, once again, trying to hit Thomas. Thomas gets it behind his back and gets it up a little bit and into the offensive zone, but it's turned away there. Girls now with it. They cross ice and go up the other way. Dash and Randall's playing back on defense. She sweeps wide and goes behind the net. Gavin Robbins knocks the puck off and gets it over to Dash. Dash plays it up to Mazzola. Mazzola throws it at center ice trying to hit Zadevon, but they're unable to connect, so it's a turnover there to Seneca. Seneca plays it up and into the zone, and it's going to go behind the net. You don't want to do that. Don't clear it in front of your own net, Dash. Luckily, the Penguins are able to gather that puck, but that was almost a dangerous opportunity there. Randall's now with it. Forechecked on there. Oh, and another bad turnover, throwing it right out in front of the net, and there's a shot on net, blocked away by Hardy. Good goaltending there. Defense wasn't doing him any favors on that one. The Penguins having a couple mistakes, taking the puck behind the net and throwing them right out in front. And there's another shot blocked away by the pads of Hardy. Now back up to the point. That shot and blocked away by Sadevon. Mazzola gives chase. And that goes up to the point, and the girls maintain control. There's a shot, and it is a goal. So a shot from the corner flutters by. It was a bit of a changeup that was able to go past Kellen Hardy. I don't know if he saw it or if he was not ready for that shot, but a little bit of a weak goal there. Goes under the blocker and over the pad of Kellen Hardy. So the girls take the lead in this game by a score of 1-0. Shots on goal so far, 7 for the girls, 2 for the Penguins. And right now, it's bad defense for the Penguins. Uh, Hopefully, Michael Young is seeing what we're seeing up here, in that the Penguins are gathering the puck back behind the net, and they're just throwing it right out into the middle of the zone, getting great opportunities there for the girls. And the girls still maintaining the power here, gathering the puck and taking shots and throwing it back up to the point and getting another one there. McLeod gathers the puck and tries to hit Travis Hogan, and Hogan is able to get it up and out, but loses it there at center ice, gathers the puck again and falls down and throws it into the zone where it's turned over to the girls, and they're going to come back out with it. Lost off there to Bartolome. Bartolome gives it to McLeod. McLeod gives it to Hogan. Hogan works it in, and it's onside, but he loses the puck right away, but takes it back. Gives it back over to McLeod. McLeod throws it over to Bartolome. Bartolome's shot, and that's blocked out in front, sitting out in the sweet zone, and it's taken away by the girls. Good defense there. And she throws it back behind the net, and we'll go for a change. McLeod with it. McLeod looks to hit Deering, but it's a little bit too far, and that will go all the way to the end line. Icing waved off there. Forecheck there by Reckley, but she plays it out to center to her teammate, and that's going to come out to center ice now to May. May gives it to Alleman. Alleman tried to hit Tracy coming towards him, and it was a little bit too high. Reckley there gets the puck, and he gets a shot up. Gets it to to Thomas, but that's lost there behind the net, and so the girls will come out the other way. They throw it down low, and that is not going to go for an icing. Alleman goes and gathers. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Thomas now with it. Thomas loses the puck. He whiffed on that pass a little bit, but it comes around over to Boyd. Boyd throws it back down low. Tracy goes behind his net and gathers the puck. Now over to Thomas. Thomas works, and he's knocked down, and there's going to be a tripping call here. But Everett May has the puck, and he's got an open net, or he's got an open shot, and he shoots it, scores! So on the delayed penalty call for tripping, Everett May is able to split the defense and get a breakaway opportunity, and he puts it past McClellan for the tying goal with 14 seconds remaining in the period. And so the referee will go and report what he had, but the Penguins will still be up 1-0. There will be no power play, of course, since we scored with the delayed penalty. So you got the man advantage there. But I think the Penguins will trade that for a guaranteed goal. Face-off won and controlled there by the girls. 10 seconds remaining in the period. And I believe we will have a second period similar to the first, and we will start it both knotted, tied up as we go into the second period. So after one, your score, Penguins 1, Elite Girls 1. Shots on goal for the first period for the Penguins, 3. For the girls, 7. We will be right back after a few short moments. And as we get set for the second period face-off, I'd like to remind you that if you are watching the video and you are on YouTube, go ahead and give us a chat, give us a shout. Let us know that you're in attendance and that you are cheering for the Pens. Also, let us know where you're cheering from, and we might give you a shout out here live on the broadcast. Become internet famous. It's the new cool thing to do. Starting off here in the second period, starting off just like the first period did, Gavin Robbins, Sadevon, and Mazzola here for the Penguins. Randalls and Dash on defense, so that's a little bit of different from the opening faceoff. Dash plays it over to Sadevon. Sadevon loses it to Burt, but Dash gathers it back again. And he looks over his options, plays it back over to his defense partner, Randalls. Randalls throws it up and it goes out. Played over to Burt. Burt drops it in and loses it at the point to Sadevon. Sadevon gives it to Robbins, who has some speed, a wide angle shot. That's going to go wide, but it's up at the point, and Randalls is going to gather it. He's going to play it over to Mazzola. Mazzola's got Sadevon, but Mazzola's going to take the shot, and it's blockered away there. Up at the point, Randalls with a rip shot, and that's gloved down, and we will have a stoppage in play. So the Penguins starting off the second period with a little bit of speed. They've gathered 3 shots on goal in the first minute, actually the first 50 seconds of this period. So they are coming out flying early in the second period. Apparently the message from Michael Young was skate with speed, skate with power, and get early shots. Deering now here on the faceoff. He's got Travis Hogan and Villarreal as his line mates. Bartolome, there's a rip shot. That's tipped down in the front by Deering. And Travis Hogan tries to play it out in front, but that's knocked away and goes out of play. So we will have another faceoff over on the right side of the ice. Lucian Deering wins that one back over to Hogan. Hogan has that taken off of his stick, and so it goes the other way. Penguins have defense back. That's McLeod, goes and gives chase. McLeod plays it over to the corner where it's taken by Villarreal. Villarreal plays it out to the middle of the ice to Bartolome. Bartolome hits Travis Hogan streaking. Hogan carries it in and drops it off to Bartolome. Bartolome throws it down lower to Hogan. Hogan looks over his options, turns and goes the other way, and it's eventually gotten there by Villarreal. Villarreal has some space. He drops it to McLeod, but McLeod can't catch that pass, so it pops over his stick and goes all the way down the ice. And he and Bartolome will give chase. McLeod turns and gets the defender off of him and tries to hit Reckley. Reckley was wide open down low, but Lucian Deering has the puck, and he's got some speed, and that's going to be whistled offside at the blue line. So a really good opportunity there for the Penguins goes for naught. It goes by the wayside, unfortunately. Tried to hit Charlie Thomas. He was wide open at the blue line. If they could have hit that stretch pass, that would have been a really good opportunity. And then again, uh, tried to get Deering in there with some speed, but that was whistled offside, and so we will do it again. Everett May now with it, gives over to Thomas. Thomas loses the puck over in the corner. But eventually it comes out to Tracy, and Tracy throws it across the ice where Reckley tries to gather the puck and is able to get it back over to Alleman. Alleman throws it up back to Reckley. Now it's to Everett May. May gives it to Thomas, but Thomas is unable to control that puck. And so it goes over to and that hit a stanchion and came out in front. Had to be a save there. Not really a save, but the goaltender had to react pretty quickly because that thing hit one of the supports there and popped right out in front. May tries to get a rip shot, but it's blocked out in front, and it eventually comes out to center ice. But he back checks well and forces a turnover behind the net. Alleman gives chase. And that's thrown up to Reckley at the point. Reckley chips it up and out to center ice. Chase there by the Elite Girls. Oh, and there's a turnover in the offensive zone. If he can hit Michael Tracy, if he sees him out in front, but he cannot do that. Reckley goes behind the net. He had Tracy open, but I think the defender was on him a little bit too tight to make that pass. May throws it back in the zone as the Penguins go for a change. It's going to be Robbins, Mazzola, and Villarreal and Sadevon. Oh, and Sadevon gets a chance there, and he gets a shot on net, but it is steered away by the goaltender. So really good opportunity there. The Penguins getting their opportunities and getting their chances here in the second period early on. And we will see if their good work will be eventually rewarded. Robbins on the faceoff. And that is controlled there by Sadevon. Good job of coming in and gathering the puck. That's Dash. Tries to throw a shot, but it's knocked out in front and steered the other way, back out to center ice. Good back check there by Robbins, forces the turnover, and that's thrown back into the zone where Mazzola is going to give chase, and Mazzola goes around the net, and it's going to come out for the girls. That pass was tipped, and so they wave off icing. Dash gathers back behind his own and loses an edge there and falls down. So Deavon plays it over to Mazzola. Mazzola and Robbins are streaking. There's a 2-on-1 coming here, and it's a little bit too far. So they had Robbins and Mazzola, and Robbins just skated a little bit too fast going into the zone before the puck crossed it. Face-off won there by Deering over to McLeod. McLeod plays it over to Hogan. Hogan throws it back to Deering. Deering tries to hit Villarreal, but it goes a little bit behind him, and so the girls will gather the puck. The Penguins will gather the puck, and that's Hogan. He's got a little bit of space, but he loses the puck there, trying to go into the middle of the zone. So really good defense there by the girls, not allowing him to get a shot off. Played behind the net there and thrown up to the corner, and the girls will come out in a two-man breakout, but they lose the puck at the blue line over to Bartolome. Bartolome throws it up to the point, and it is knocked away there by Villarreal and kept in there by the girls. That's Keel with it now. Keel throws it behind the net, and Bartolome gives chase, and there's a wraparound chance, but it is knocked away there by the stick of Hardy. They try to hit the point, and they do so, but it's blocked there by Hogan. but the girls are able to work it a little bit further down low, but McLeod knocks the puck off, and he's going to hit Bartolome behind the net. Bartolome with it, throws it over to Deering, and Deering gets it out, and it's a 3-on-2 here. Oh, Deering loses it, but Bartolome picks it up, and he's onside. Bartolome with it, and cannot get the shot off. It rolled off the back of his stick. So good opportunity once again goes by the wayside there for the Penguins. Girls come out and throw the puck down into the corner. It's gathered there and blocked out by Deering. Villarreal gathers the puck and throws it all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. I think it hit one of the girls that had just come on for a change. And so they gather it in their zone and throw it back up to center ice. It's taken away there by May. May, good stick work there. He's going to pick through it, and he gets knocked down once again, but there's going to be no call on that one. He tried to get through to two defense. Looked like he might have been tripped, but the referees decided to keep the whistle in their pocket on that one. And there's a turnover in the zone. Tracy did a good job of blocking that pass out in front, but he's unable to control it. And so it does come out momentarily, but the Penguins gain control there at center ice. That's May. May hits Thomas. Thomas, good job of catching that puck behind his back. Thomas tries to hit Tracy at the back side of the net, but they're unable to connect. And that's thrown up to the point and kept in there by May, who backhands it and tries to get a shot, and it's out in front, and there's a shot by Reckley. Thomas with it. Oh, and he's wide open. It was Michael Tracy, but they cannot connect on that opportunity. Alleman now with it. Gets it to Tracy. Tracy throws it up to the point, but Reckley unable to gather that pass. I think they were throwing that to a spot rather than to a particular person. Here's a 3-on-1. The girls were changing, but a little bit too slow. Tracy gets a shot off. It's not a great shot there. And so it's blockered away by the pad of the goaltender. Penguins had 3-on-1, but they were unable to capitalize on it. I don't think they quite knew that they had that opportunity. Otherwise, they would have skated a little bit faster, and the girls were flying off the bench once they realized they had one player on the ice against five for the Penguins. Played back behind the net there for the Penguins is Cruz Mazzola. Mazzola gathers the puck, and he's got options. He gives it over to Robbins behind the net. Robbins is going to try to go behind the net, and he gives it to Randalls. Randalls back to Robbins. Robbins going to turn around, and he's got Mazzola, but they can't connect. And that puck's going to come up to Dash, who keeps it in the zone, gives it to Mazzola. Eventually goes into the corner. I think Robbins has it. There's a little bit of a wall there, so I can't quite see exactly what's going on. But it looks like it eventually comes out to the girls. And taken down there, Sadevon's going to go off 2 minutes for tripping as soon as the Penguins touch up. And that puck's going to go all the way down the ice. And Hardy will touch up. Penguins will go down a man. Mazzola going to, or excuse me, Sadevon going to go off 2 minutes for tripping. Oh, they're going to call holding. That's the right call. It's a good call. Definitely interfered with her and took out her skate, didn't allow her to continue to play. So for the next 2 minutes, Penguins will be down a man. And that faceoff's won there by Deering and thrown up and out of the zone by the Penguins. Hogan gathers the puck and gets it to Deering. Deering's got two girls on him, but he does come away with the puck. Good chance there. If they could have been just a little bit faster, there probably wouldn't have been a breakaway. It was really good work there by Hogan to get some space, and Hogan doing some good work on the back end, gets it to Randalls. Randalls throws it down low, but none of the Penguins will chase it down behind the net there. They're just going to go ahead and let that time run off that power play. And here they are at center ice. Penguins have defense back. And there's a shot blocked out in front and kicked out in front. It's sitting out in front of the net, but the Penguins did a good job of clearing the junk out in front and getting it down ice. Changes here for the penalty kill unit. It's going to be Mazzola and Robbins are your forwards. Bartolome and McLeod on defense. Puck now here at center ice, and it's thrown in, knocked away there by McLeod, and he's going to go and give chase and try to throw it up, but it's blocked there on the wall, so it's going to stay in the zone momentarily. Mazzola gets it, and McLeod gives chase and is able to get it out to center ice. 45 seconds remaining in the man advantage here for the girls. Now it's center ice. Number 25 skating in with a little bit of speed, tries to throw a cross pass out in front, but there was no one there. Penguins doing a good job of taking away that space in the middle. The girls are trying to get there. It's just exactly what the Tigers tried to do last night, trying to get to the middle right in front of the goaltender. But the Penguins have seen that game played out before, and they know how to defend that. You're going to have to get up a little bit earlier than 8 o'clock in the morning if you're going to play that game against the Penguins. And Sadevon comes back on the ice and goes to the bench. And I have lost my camera feed, so give me just a moment to figure out what's going on here with this. All right, sorry about that. No idea what happened. The camera decided to turn itself off, and so momentarily pause in the live action, but really nothing has happened of note. The Penguins controlling the puck down low in their offensive zone. Just a little bit of back and forth play, nothing terribly exciting. 4 minutes remaining in the period. Girls play it in. Alleman unable to catch that pass, and so it will go behind the net. And she's going to look over her option and going to throw it up to the point. That's knocked away there by Thomas by his skate. Alleman gathers it and tries to throw it up, but it does not come out. Tracy gets the puck and gets it over to Alleman. Alleman eventually gets it out to center ice, and the Penguins will chase. Girls will change their defense on the back end. And they try to hit a streaking player, but she is tired and unable to gather any steam once she gathered that puck. So the Penguins will take it away there with Everett May. May's got Tracy and Thomas with him, but May's going to go all the way. They're going to give him the entire space, give him right down the middle. And there we go. There's another power play. They're going to call that one. Went a little bit too much on that opportunity. Last time May tried to do that and tried to split the defense, they decided to hold the whistle. Looked like the same kind of action there, and they're going to call tripping. So if they're going to give May that kind of space and that kind of room, I think he's going to try to take that every single time because he's got speed and he's got the stick handling and the ability to get past those defensemen and get the shots on net. Probably not the best strategy for the girls to leave him alone with no contention. That face-off there won by the girls and turned around, but it's going to be gathered there by McLeod. McLeod turning around, throws it down low to Mazzola. Mazzola throws it out in front to Hogan. Hogan gets a little bit of a shot, but it's blocked out in front, and so it will come the other way. Puck lost there at center ice and controlled by the Penguins momentarily, but is gathered there by the girls and thrown down low. 30 seconds so far have been killed off on this power play. McLeod gathers it and loses it in the corner, looks for help, and is taken down there. No call. Hogan with it, throws it over to Mazzola. Mazzola's got a streaking Tracy, but he's unable to gather the puck. But Mazzola gets it, and he gets some room and takes a wide shot. Goes over to the corner where Hogan gathers it and gets it over to Tracy. Tracy tries to throw it down lower, but it knocked off Hogan's shin, and it comes out to center ice. May now with it, hits McLeod. McLeod's got Mazzola, but he's going to give it to Tracy. Tracy gives it back to McLeod. McLeod, shot scored! Power play goal. McLeod to Tracy, back to McLeod, and the Penguins take a 2-1 lead with 2:04 remaining in the period. So a really good power play opportunity there. Cashed in there by Ryder McLeod. He was on the doorstep, and it was a tic-tac-toe pass and a really good offensive play there for the Penguins. Got it in, dropped it back low to Tracy, and crashed the net. Threw it right back to him, and he's able to knock it in through the 5-hole of the goaltender for the 2-1 lead. Tracy, Thomas, and Reckley will stay on the ice. Dash and Randall's here on defense. Linesman telling Thomas to move back just a little bit. That puck's controlled there by the girls. And it's immediately given away to Dash. Dash throws it over to Randalls. Randalls has got Reckley, and he hits Reckley. Reckley chips it up into the zone, and it's chased there by Tracy. Tracy gives it back to Reckley. Reckley throws it up to Tracy. And in the corner, the girls steal it away and start out the opposite way, get it to center, but that's going to be turned over there to Dash. Dash throws it over to Randalls. Randalls throws a high pass over to Thomas. Thomas is able to knock it down and gather it and take it in. Dumps it down low and is given chase there by Tracy. Tracy knocks it away and keeps it down behind the net, and it's taken away there by Reckley momentarily, but eventually steered up to the blue line and now out to center ice. So Davon, good stick work there, but it's given right back to the girls. They try to throw it out in front, but Sadavon is in good position to knock that away. Gives it over to Robbins. Robbins goes the complete opposite way over to Randalls. Randall's there at the blue line. He's going to skate it in down low. He's going to take a shot, and that's blocked away, and it's sitting out in front. Robbins gathers the puck. Tries to play it at the blue line, but it comes out. Was unable to keep it in there momentarily. Oh, and there's a turnover at center ice, and there's a breakaway here for the girls. A backhand shot's going to go wide. Space was taken away really quickly there. There was an opportunity for a breakaway, but I believe that was Robbins and Bartolome closed it off, and there's a shot on net. Blockered away there by Kellen Hardy. 30 seconds remaining, and we're going to have a delayed penalty here against the Penguins, and there's the stoppage with 25 seconds remaining. We're going to see what the call is. It's going to be Randall's here, 2 minutes for hooking. I think the rush just got a little bit to him, and he stuck his stick out and got his stick on her hands and was pulling her backwards. So Penguins will be down for 2 minutes here for the last 25 seconds of this period, and of course, if the girls do not score, we will have a minute 40 of power play time in the third period here to kill off. Low shots on net for the entire game. Only 19 complete shots for both teams. 10 for the Penguins, 9 for the girls. Robbins now with it. Freezes it 2-1, and the period has ended. And the Penguins will begin the third period down a man, but up a goal. And so, really, again, where it really matters on the scoreboard, the Penguins up 2-1. Shots on goal, as just mentioned, 10 for the Penguins, 9 for the girls. So doing a lot better job of taking the pressure to their opponents here in the second period. Remember, it was 7-2 at the end of the first period. So the girls only got 2 shots on net in that first period. The Penguins got 8. And so really turned the tide of the pressure here, and the Penguins taking advantage of this game. Well, I would say in the first 2 periods, really the benefit for the Penguins has been their defense. They're taking away all the time and space, not really giving the girls any room to get shots off. They're trying to go to the middle of the ice, and the Penguins are taking it away. Nothing more endemic of that than seeing that breakaway opportunity get completely taken away there by Dash and Hogan. It was a really good job of playing defense and back checking, taking away that opportunity. And so the Penguins doing a really good job, both with their defensemen and, of course, with the goaltending, steering away 8 shots and only allowing in 1. Girls taking early advantage here, playing with the puck in their offensive zone on the power play. And there's a pass, and that's tipped out in front with a high stick, but it is gathered there by the girls. Deering doesn't have his stick. I think it was knocked away. And so he is without his lumber. It's played over there to Boyd, and Boyd loses it to Hogan. And Hogan, really good job with his stick. He's playing very well today. Stick checking a lot and knocking pucks away and getting space, and that's going to be whistled for an offside. So the girls, with 45 seconds remaining in the man advantage, we're going to have a face-off come outside of the zone. Shots now even at 10. It's going to be Tracy and Thomas on your forwards. May and Alleman on defense, and that's one there by the girls. Boyd plays it up, but it's lost immediately to May, and May gathers it and throws it back down the ice. And unlike the first period where the puck went all the way down, there's a little bit of snow and drift, and that puck did not go far enough. And I think the referee had his back turned there. Charlie Thomas, I believe, tripped a player, and that puck's given away to Tracy. Tracy's got some space, but I think he hit Thomas's skate on that shot and went a little bit wide. A lot of time and space there, down shorthanded, but Tracy was unable to put that one behind the net. 10 seconds remaining in the advantage here. Let's see if the Penguins can gather it and get a streaking Sadavon. Or, excuse me, a streaking Randalls. But they're not. The puck's going to be frozen there, and Randalls is going to go off for a change. Coming on is Reckley to even up the lines. 3 forwards and 2 defense now. And Reckley, here's Reckley. He's got a little bit of a break. If he can get some speed, he's got Tracy on the side of him too. But he loses the puck there in the corner and goes behind the net. Now Tracy with it. Tracy gives it over to Reckley in the corner. Reckley going to play it up to the point over to Dash. Dash with it. Drops it down low over to Thomas. Thomas now behind the net. Throws it out front to Tracy. Tracy shot. It's gloved in. There, good save there by the goaltender. So after coming back on the bench, Ewan Randalls and Reckley came on for him. He was able to get a little bit of a breakaway and a odd man advantage there for the Penguins with Tracy, Reckley, and Thomas doing really good work, getting a shot on net, a good opportunity. But the goaltender was just a little bit too fast for that one. So we still maintain the 2-1 lead. And that puck's played out to center ice by Lee. Lee gathers it and goes back down into the corner. Given off to Anderson there. And we are going to have another stoppage. We're going to have a hooking call or a cross-checking call behind the net. It might be Randalls again. No, it's going to be Deering. Deering going to go off 2 minutes for cross-checking. I think he probably did it after the pass was made. I'm not sure if he really knew that his stick was a little bit too high, but I think he got it in the back and knocked the player down. So the Penguins once again going to go on the disadvantage, down a man for the next 2 with 12:31 remaining in the period. Face-off won and controlled there by Randalls. Back out to the middle, over to Foster. Foster plays it over to the defense and back over to Foster. Excuse me, Jasper. Jasper gives it to Seneca. Seneca gets a shot, but that's blocked away by Dash. And Hogan now with it. Hogan's going to get it out. Girls have players back, so no odd man rush here. Goaltender tries to play it, but unable to do so, so it goes into the corner. Steered up where Randalls can gather it. Randalls chips it up, and it stays in momentarily. Back over to Randalls. Randalls plays it to Dash. Dash is going to go back into the defensive zone. Back over to Randalls. Randalls has a kick off his skate. He throws it up to Mazzola. Mazzola chips it up into the zone and is given chase there by Jasper. Jasper plays it up and it comes out to center ice. Good stick work there by Mazzola to knock it back and disrupt the timing a little bit. Mazzola again using his stick to knock the puck away. That's Robbins now with it. Throws it into the zone and it's chased by Mazzola. Samuels now with it, plays at center ice, but that's knocked away by the stick of Mazzola over to Bartolome. Bartolome throws it back out to center ice. And Boyd now with it in her own zone. Plays it over to Warfortio. Warfortio loses it to Robbins in the middle, and Robbins throws it up at the corner over to the point to Boyd. Boyd tries to get a shot, and it's sitting out in front. And there's a shot, and it is held and saved there by Kellen Hardy. So a really good opportunity there. The shot was initially blocked, but it was sitting out in front of the goal. And the forward got a shot off, and it was into the chest of Kellen Hardy. So really good positioning there on his angle and able to keep that one out of the net. 24 seconds remaining in the man advantage here. Tracy wins that puck back. And it's given back to Tracy, who with some speed. 2-on-2 here. Tracy and Sadevon. Tracy gets a pass here. He gets a pass over to Sadevon, but they're unable to connect. Bartolome throws it out in front, and Sadevon gets a shot, and it's blocked away. McLeod now with it, back behind the net. Lee is going to take it away and tries to put it up to the point, and Deering was coming out of the zone. As soon as that puck passed him, he was unable to get a stick on that, and he goes off for a change. Thomas Reckley and Tracy. Reckley tries to get a pass there, unable to do so, but eventually taken over by Bartolome. Bartolome wraps it around, and it's taken there by the girls, but it's sticked away by Reckley, laying out in front, and then behind the net, McLeod will go and gather. McLeod chips it up, and it comes out to Thomas, and Thomas has 3-on-1 if they can get back. Charlie Thomas with a shot that goes wide. Tracy now works it back down low. Thomas and Reckley there on the puck, and the girls are able to come out with it. Bartolome sweeps his stick, and he's passed there, and there's a mini breakaway. And really good back check there by Everett May, not allowing that shot to get off. She had space, but May got his stick in there and prevented the shot on goal. May now with it back behind his net, avoids the hit and plays the puck. It's given there to and frozen there by Thomas, but May eventually comes out with it. He's going to play it over to Deering, oh, and unable to control it there at the blue line. It popped right over his stick, but Deering goes back and gathers the puck, gives it over to Alleman. Alleman throws it over to May, and that's going to go for an icing. So a little bit too far there on that opportunity, and we will have the stoppage in play and come back down to the defensive zone. Shot on net there, it's blocked away by Hardy. Down into the corner, I believe that's Robbins giving chase. No, that's May giving chase. And it comes up and out to Hogan at center ice. Down at the bench, there's a puck battle there. Gathered there by May and wrapped in. No icing there. He was across the line. Girls gather back behind their net and come back out. They try to hit a streaking player, but they want to come in on Jasper. Jasper tries to pass, and she's unable to do so. Shot goes wide there. Randalls tries to go gather the puck, and it's played there by Lay. And going down was Hogan, but no call there. Randalls plays it over to Villarreal, and Villarreal gets it over to Hogan. That's taken away there by Sabroka. Down low in front of the Penguins bench, it eventually comes out to Randalls, and Randalls tries to hit Deering, but that was a little bit too high of a pass. And it comes in the defensive zone where Dash can play a little defense. She's going to go back behind her net and try to wrap around. And played nicely there by Randalls. Forced her out wide and forced that pass up to the point. They're going to drop it back behind the net. Robbins goes for a little bit of a bump. And that one's misplayed. So Davon gathers the puck and gets it out of the zone. They chip it back in over to Dash. Dash plays it to Randalls. Randalls throws it up over to Sadevon, but they're unable to connect on that. And so the Penguins will go for a change on defense. It's going to be McLeod and Bartolome now. But Mazzola has the puck down in the corner. He tries to gather it. He gets it over to Sadevon. Sadevon plays it over to Bartolome. Bartolome tries to get a quick pass to McLeod. It popped off his stick, but he did get the pass off. Mazzola now with it, throws it out in front. And there's McLeod with a shot that goes up to over the net and a little too high there. And so it will come out the other way, and it is kept in there, nicely so by McLeod momentarily. Penguins are onside. Mazzola now with it, skating in the middle of the zone. He's going to try to look for help. Throws it back up to the point, but no one was there. Bartolome goes and gathers the puck in his own zone. Back and forth we go. Mazzola, he's got Tracy, and he hits Tracy coming on the ice. Tracy gets it over to, or tries to hit Thomas, but they're unable to connect. McLeod with it, and that's thrown out and all the way down the ice where Bartolome can go and gather the puck, and he's going to continue wrapping it around over to McLeod. McLeod gathers it. McLeod changes direction and goes up the ice and is going to skate it all by himself. And he's taken down there at the blue line, and the puck stays in by Reckley. Reckley, good stick work. Reckley trying to find some help, trying to find someone to pass to. He finds Charlie Thomas. And that puck's taken away and thrown around so McLeod can gather the puck. McLeod goes behind the net and gets it over to Reckley. Reckley fakes a pass and then takes it away and eventually gives it over to May. May rips shot, and that's tipped out in front. It goes wide over to McLeod. McLeod plays it back, and it's taken away there by Sabroka. Tracy with a rip shot, and it's blocked away there by the goaltender, and it's going to come out of the zone. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Penguins lead by a score of 2-1. You'd like one more just for the security blanket. You want to make sure that they can't pull the goaltender and tie it up. And so the Penguins will hopefully be pressing a little bit, or well, not pressing, but hopefully be pushing a little bit here for that extra goal. May has it here at the blue line. It's knocked out of the air by Tracy. Tracy gathers the puck and goes down low, puts it out in front to Thomas, and Thomas can't get a stick on it. He was open for a shot, but it hit his skate and not his stick, and so that puck was unable to be controlled there by the Penguins. So going the other way, there's a shot on net knocked away there by the pad and stick of Hardy. Sabroka now with it. Sabroka rip shot blockered away by Hardy. Wide angle shot. Sabroka has Alaman on him. And Alaman had his stick held, but there was no call there. Eventually the Penguins do come away with it to Tracy. Tracy gets it over to Reckley. Reckley's able to steer it up, but not out. Kept in there by Quiche, but Quiche loses it to Tracy. Tracy plays the puck over to May. And May going to give it up to Reckley at center ice. Reckley momentarily loses it, but gets it back and comes onside, drops it down and goes off for a change. Thomas there with it tried to hit Randalls at the point, but it was taken away there by Sabroka. Sabroka gets a pass there and drops it down low and chases her own shot. Back up to the point now for a chance and given back to Sabroka. Sabroka looks over her options, has Charlie Thomas there on her, and it's knocked away there by Dash, but down low and controlled by the girls. Three minutes remaining in the game. Dash comes away with it over to Thomas. Thomas gives it to Randalls. Randalls at center ice loses the puck, and it comes back in the zone, but comes back out. Now to Randalls. Randalls throws it across the ice, and it's dropped in there by the girls. Now to Randalls again to Villarreal. Villarreal gets it over to Hogan. Hogan has Deering. Deering was tapping his stick. He's over at center ice trying to get a break, but they're unable to connect. So Hogan now with it onside, gets it to Villarreal. Villarreal gets a shot, and that's blocked away. Deering gathers the rebound. And that's played up to Real, gets it to Bartolome. Bartolome gets a shot, and that's blocked out in front. Three girls were forming a wall in front of the goaltender there. It's up to the point to Randalls. Randalls works it down low, tries to hit Deering. Deering unable to control that. Villarreal tries to knock the puck off, but unable to stick check that one away. But there's Mazzola with a good stick work there. Villarreal tries to hit Deering to come into the zone, but that's given away and thrown all the way down to the ice where Bartolome can gather the puck. 2 minutes remaining in the game. And there's a turnover there at the blue line, but the Penguins are unable to get on that one. Another good stick work there by Mazzola, so his stick checking is working just like Hogan's was earlier in the game, knocking pucks off as they come through the offensive zone. trying to connect there on a pass, but unable to do so. So that's going to come all the way down the ice where McLeod can go and gather. McLeod throws it over to Bartolome. Bartolome gets it over to Sadevon, and Sadevon chips it up, and it's blocked but controlled there by Robbins, and Robbins gets it out over to Mazzola. Mazzola with a little bit of speed at the blue line. Looks over options, sweeps down low, loses the puck, and it's frozen there. Eventually comes out with it. Gavin Robbins gets it over to McLeod. McLeod gets it back to Robbins. Robbins has it in his skates, and it is controlled there by the Penguins. Throws it across the ice where Bartolome can gather it, and he tries to work it down low, and it's just sitting there so the girls can chip it up and get it out. And they're gonna dump and chase and change on the back end of it. McLeod now with it. McLeod hits Robbins. Robbins chips it out of the zone. 52 seconds remaining in the game. Bartolome throws it down across the ice, and there's an empty net, and that's going to go for an icing. So with 46 seconds remaining, the empty net, the extra attacker on for the girls. The girls will call a timeout to try to set their offense. Penguins will get the opportunity to set their defense to make sure everybody knows what they need to do. So down by only one goal, the girls have the opportunity to tie this thing up and send it into overtime. Penguins are going to have to do some really good work to make sure that that puck stays out of the net. Hardy's doing a really good job in net today, knocking pretty much everything away except that one opportunity early in the first period. It looks like Dan Billett is going to be the master of the defense here. And Coach Slavin is giving the guys one last pep talk to remind them where they need to be and what they need to be responsible for on this opportunity. The 5 players for the Penguins will be Tracy Reckley and Thomas, along with May and Alleman. The important thing here is to win that puck, win that face-off, and the Penguins do, and Tracy gets it up and out. So the first part of that equation was to win the face-off, and the Penguins are able to do so. We get a stoppage in play, and someone's going to be called for a high stick. I think it's one of the girls. Oh no, it's Charlie Thomas. Thomas is going to go off for high sticking, saying he hit her in the back, in the side of the head, and so 6-on-4 here for the last 47 seconds or 42 seconds of this game. Girls have a beautiful opportunity to win to tie this one up, but the Penguins are able to win that faceoff, but they're unable to clear. That goes behind the net. May rips it around, and Reckley is unable to gather the puck, but he knocks it off. Good job. And there's an open net, and he's going to throw it all the way down. It's going to go wide, so an icing call here. Penguins were able to clear and tried to get that shot on net, but it went just a little bit too far. Same 5 players here for the Penguins. Once again, need to win that faceoff. That's going to be the first part of the equation, and Tracy does that. Gets it over to May. May clears it all the way down the ice. Oh, and they're going to say it went out. So we will have a stoppage in play for the puck going out of the zone. Of course, in the end, it's the same. It's going to be face off at the same spot in the defensive zone. Tracy wins another face off here. So the Penguins doing exactly what they need to do, and they get the clear here. That's going to go all the way down for another face off. 9.5 seconds remaining in the game. I think one or two more of these, if they can control the face-off and clear it, maybe not ice it this time, but if they can win it and clear it, that should pretty much do it for the game. Tracy's been really good in the face-off circle so far. And it goes over to the side, controlled there by the girls. Tied up there by the Penguins, and 2-1, Reckley has the puck, and he's going to throw it all the way down the ice, and the game ends. Penguins take this one by a score of 2-1. Let the celebrations begin. The Penguins have won another one. After last night's victory over the Tigers, this morning they win over the Dallas Stars Elite Girls. We'd like to thank you again for joining us on Dallas Penguins Live Hockey on YouTube. We appreciate your attendance. Hope to see you again next time. We will see you next week on this exact channel.